You know and I know everything happens in South Florida. And many times it was strong, independent, inspirational women who were behind it.
Now?
No, not now. Not now. When you think of South Florida women, this may be the first thing that pops into your mind. But it just goes to show you some things never change. So now that I have your attention, now that I have your attention, I tell you, women have played a significant role in building South Florida during the past century. This is Ivy Cromartie Stranahan, one of the first teachers in South Florida and certainly one of the most important women pioneers in the area.
Now?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Well, Ivy Stranahan was, of course, the leader of the pack, as usual. And she had a group of 14 women, sometimes 14 to 18 women, and they did astronomically things. It's crazy how much things they accomplished. We couldn't do that in these days if we tried. They this was the first library, and they also donated the land for YMCA. They donated the land for Dillard High School. They started the first welfare system for women. They started the first Afro-American hospital. They were just unbelievable. They went to, of course, most people know, to Washington and fought for the rights of the Seminoles. They were involved in saving the Everglades. They actually named Port Everglades, and they taught all the children in the town to read, everyone. And they were just amazing. They had the Red Cross here, and during the war, they raised enough war bonds. They sold enough war bonds to buy a fighter jet, which was $80,000 in those days.
You know, there were many great leaders in South Florida's history. Marjorie Stoneman Douglas, Julia Tuttle, Mary Brickell.
Now?
No, not yet. Marjorie Stoneman Douglas is perhaps best known for her book, The River of Grass, credited with raising awareness about the need to save the Everglades. Julia DeForest Tuttle is credited with being the only woman to found a major American city when she used the money from her parents' estate to purchase 640 acres of land that became the city of Miami. Tuttle came to be known as the Mother of Miami. And there were other great women, such as Catherine Rawls.
Katie Rawls. Katie Rawls was well known in Fort Lauderdale as in her high school years as just terrific swimmer and diver. She went to the 1936 Olympics in Berlin, which of course was a very big time and very big contest between what were going to become soon enemies. And she won again several gold medals in swimming and in diving. She got interested in flying and became a pilot. And became a licensed commercial pilot, one of the first women.
Of course, not every woman in South Florida history made that kind of historic impact on the area. There were plenty of other women who came down here and made a name for themselves.
Now?
Yes, now.
Yay! Well, there was singer Anita Bryant, who stirred up more than just orange juice. Bernice Alper was an accomplished pilot and member of the famed 99s, an international organization of women pilots. There was the Coppertone girl. Elizabeth Taylor met her first boyfriend in South Florida, but show business lured her away. Who could blame her? Pompano Beach native and actress Esther Roll played Florida Evans on Maude and Good Times, which was dynamite. Madonna lived in South Florida for a while. She looks a little like moi. Actress and talk show host Rosie O'Donnell lives in Palm Beach County and is seen here with our own Janet Reno. The former Miami-Dade state attorney became President Bill Clinton's attorney general. The late Whitney Houston and multimedia queen Oprah made news in South Florida at times, and anchor extraordinaire Ann Bishop probably reported it. South Florida has had its share of bad girls, too, like...
I'll take it from here, Miss Piggy. If you're talking about people like Kathy Willits, who would have liaisons with men, including a Fort Lauderdale vice mayor, while her sheriff's deputy husband videotaped them from a closet, and Eileen Wuornos, who would be convicted in Fort Lauderdale for several murders and then executed.
I do have problems with media claiming me crazy and constantly putting it in the newspapers.
But let's hear it for the vast majority of women who've made a difference in South Florida without the recognition they deserve.
You betcha!
With another chapter of South Florida's dubious history, I'm Wayne Roustan.
And moi for the Sun Sentinel.